Hey guys, this is Courtney Cannon, CL Cannon, owner of Fiction Atlas Press. I wanted to talk to you guys today a little bit about the conversation that I just had with the CEOs of Thunderclap. I'm going to wait just a couple of minutes to see how many people we can get here so we can take questions and things like that. So, if you don't know what's going on with Thunderclap right now, a lot of people last week got an email message, and that email message said that Thunderclap is no longer going to be supporting any campaigns of a commercial nature. And of course that includes books. I thought, well, maybe they won't worry so much if I don't explicitly say, hey, pre-order this, or hey, go buy this now. So I tried a Thunderclap campaign on, I think, the 4th of this month, and it just never got approved. It's still hanging right there in approval. They're not going to approve it right now. But I did get a message to be able to schedule an interview with the CEOs and talk with them a little bit on the phone today. I don't think that Thunderclap is dead. A lot of people are worrying that it's going to go the same way as Head Talker did and start charging a lot of money and pretty much make it impossible for any indie authors to use. I don't think that's what's going to happen. I had a really great chat with the CEOs today, and they were wonderful. Some companies kind of have a holier than thou sort of attitude, and these people were completely down to earth. They were concerned about my concerns. They wanted to know what they can do better. They wanted to know what we all wanted in a platform, which I think is really important as a company, to want to better serve all of the people who are using your platform. So I think that's great. Hi, Natalie. Okay, I'm not going to reveal everything that they told me, because that's kind of like reading a book and telling everybody, what happens in it, or watching a movie and spoiling people. I don't want to do that. I don't want to breach their confidentiality that I had with them today in these talks, but I do want to talk about some of the information that I gave them and some of the things that they are working on to make a better platform for us. Hi, Nathalie. Hi, Chandra. Let me start by, saying that Thunderclap has helped a lot of people, but it is an automated system, and I think they're trying to kind of get away from so much automation and make it more personal, especially for creative people. Hi, Leela. And kind of make it more of a social platform in terms, and offer more things that we can do to get people more involved, which I think is great, because right now Thunderclap is very passive. It started out a little bit more active, because when it was new, people were like, oh, this is pretty cool, this is a new way to get the message out, but it very quickly became very passive. Oh, there's another Thunderclap campaign posted on 100 profiles. I've seen that same message a million times today, and I know it's not personal to the person who posted it. So they're going to be addressing those issues. Today they asked me what Natalie, okay, I'll wave at you again. They were addressing issues for how we as authors and as publishers connect with our fans. They wanted to know how we connect with email. They wanted to know what social platforms we use most often. Yeah, Rosie, a more social platform would be great for indies, I think. So they want to create something that is more targeted to the things that help us the most. They even asked me about BookBub. When I briefly talked about BookBub, they wanted to know more about it. They sent me a mock-up of this new system that they are implementing, and they personalized it with my own profile on there so that I could see exactly how it would work for me. And they wanted to know my input on what things work for indie authors and what things don't. They wanted to know about street teams, because they hadn't heard of street teams or ARC teams. They didn't know how those worked, but when I mentioned them, they wanted to know how they could help. They wanted to know what an ARC team does, and why people join them. And so I told them about that. They also had no clue about Bookstagram. Once I told them about Bookstagram, they said, okay, well, hold on, we're going to go look at it. So they did. While I was on the phone with them, they went and looked up Bookstagram posts on Instagram and said, hey, we'd love to implement some of that. So I also talked to them a lot about genre targeting, because right now Thunderclap's not very distinctive on who supports your platform. And if you share it a million places, a million people from different walks of life are going to be, sharing your message. But, do those people even apply to your genre? So genre marketing is something that I really tried to get across to them. My signal got weak. But to continue what I was saying before in the other video, they had no idea about Bookstagram. They had no idea about targeting and how much we as authors need to target the right audience. So they're going to be implementing all of that into their new platform that they're going to be doing. What else are they doing? I'm trying to think of what else we talked about. Sorry. Anyway, I think right now, like I said, they're going away from automation, and they're going to try something else. Another big thing that I knew a lot of people would want to know is if they were going to go the same way as Head Talker, where Head Talker said they were going to build a new platform, and then they wanted to charge us like $150 or $200. And as indies, we really can't afford that. Not for marketing and not for something that's not as effective. So I did ask them about that and tried to drive home the concerns that we have, that a lot of us don't have a big budget, and a lot of us don't have a big support system as far as on our profile. We talked about how maybe dropping supporter goals or making supporter goals less on Thunderclap, because I know a lot of people struggle with getting that 100 supporters. So they're going to work on that. And they're also going to make sure that they still keep a free platform. So they said right now 80% of their users have a free platform. They use the free platform of Thunderclap. So they are going to keep a free platform, and they don't have a set pricing schedule at this moment, but they are thinking, which just don't take this to heart or whatever, but they are thinking that they may try to use a follower system. So the more followers you would have, to a certain degree, you would pay a small fee, if any. But again, that would be after you get to a certain point, and it would be worth it, I think. And like I said, they're also looking at Instagram, and they're looking at other social media that they can do. Okay, Facebook Live does not like me, so I'm just going to record this and upload it. Anyway, as I said, I've talked to them severely about genre and how important it is. I talked to them about how we communicate with other people, especially the free and cheap ways that we communicate with our fans, and how we differentiate between fans and casual users. I also talked to them about price, and again, they said they are going to keep a free platform and try to maybe implement a follower platform, where if you had a whole huge bunch of followers, you'd pay a small fee, and it would go up as you had followers, kind of like MailChimp. So really, that's pretty typical, and I think that's a pretty fair way to do it. They are thinking about doing away with supporter goals or lessening them, which I think is great, because a lot of people just don't have that reach so far. But being able to spread it to 50 people even would be worth it, especially for a free sort of platform. I'm trying to think of what else we said. We talked about Bookstagram and how that is evolving, about being able to reach out to people in our genre, being able to reach out to bloggers specifically, and how we use colors and aesthetics like that on Bookstagram, and which hashtags don't work on Instagram, because there are some that are what they call dead hashtags. They won't show up on Instagram. If you, like, for instance, if you tag just plain hashtag book or hashtag books, that is something that has been pretty much banned from Instagram because they think it's too general. So if you use that in your hashtag, your post is not gonna come up. So we talked about the importance of using the right hashtags. We talked about the importance of reaching out to people in our genre. We talked about how we use newsletters. We talked about paid newsletter services. We talked about Twitter, and that's their main thing. That's the main thing that's wrong with Thunderclap right now. Twitter is getting onto them and not letting them use anything that's automated, and will not let them use hashtags, and that's why they're moving away to this other platform, because of their battles with Twitter. I can't think of anything else. They did say they're going to keep me in the loop. They will be sending me updates and asking my opinion on new developments. So I'll be getting some updates and try to give my honest opinion on how that will help. I think the platform that they're building is very different from Thunderclap, but I do think it'll be very important from a marketing standpoint. And I believe that Thunderclap is not dead. I do think that I will still be using Nancy for now, especially until Thunderclap rolls out this new platform. They say they're trying to roll it out as quickly as they can, but they do want to develop it and make sure they got all the bugs out and make sure that it's a worthy platform. That's all I can really think about right now. That's about all I can say. That they were really nice. They're going to keep in touch. They want our opinions. So they were exceptionally nice, and they took time to listen. They took time to understand, instead of just me saying, "Oh, I think Bookstagram is doing very well right now." They didn't go, "Oh, okay." They actually, like I said, got on the phone while I was on the phone with them. Got on Instagram and looked these up. They personalized examples for me from my publishing company and from my author profile, so I could see how it would look like for me. So I think Thunderclap does care about us. I don't think they're going to go the way of Head Talker, and I think we should still give them a chance. And like I said, I'm still going to use Nancy, and I might use Nancy in conjunction with the new Thunderclap platform when it comes out. So I think they'll both be great marketing tools. And that's all I've got for today. If you have questions, or if there's something that I forgot to talk about, let me know, and I will answer it in the comments. Thank you guys so much. Bye.